Good morning. So today is Vlogmas day 15 and it's a special day because it is my son's birthday today. He turns 22 and he's my only child. Didn't come with a book of instructions, but it's like I say, there's one thing I did right in life. It was him. So I told him, because he wants to go to Texas Roadhouse. He loves that place. I have to do a training. I'm heading to a training the other side of town. It's actually half hour away. Half a day. Then I got to go back to my job and finish up the day. But I am leaving early today. I gotta go pick up a cake, and I wrapped his stuff yesterday with the Christmas stuff, and I was laughing because when I was talking to you, I saw he muted the TV, and then I said, oh, he muted the TV, and he was like, I said, because he watches my videos, one of my biggest supporters. So I was like, he watches, and he was like, no, I don't. But I figured, he asked for two things, one for his birthday, which is today, and one for Christmas. And we told him last year, that's it with the list. You already hit 21, no more lists. But usually his list was like a whole page. It was two things, and I kind of feel bad because one of the things, which I think was supposed to be for his birthday, isn't arriving until February. And some of the stuff I ordered, that my husband wanted, I don't think is coming either for Christmas. I don't care about my stuff really because I know what I'm getting. Like this coat is one of my Christmas gifts. I showed it to my husband. I was like, this is what I wanted. So I'm already wearing it. So I kind of feel bad that some of the stuff isn't arriving. But that's just how it is. And I saw that Amazon was going to hire 100,000 people for the holidays because they're expecting packages and stuff to be delayed. So they were saying how people with Prime were already complaining because you're paying for the 2-day shipping and you're not getting it in 2 days. You're lucky if you get it in a week. So I was telling my husband and I was telling my son, a lot of the packages are getting delayed. They're not going to be here for Christmas. When we were watching that, so that it's in their head that if there's nothing under the tree, that is why. But it's coming. So what I was going to do was, if it didn't arrive in time, I was just going to print out the image of it and stick it in a box. And they're going to know what they're going to get. But, my husband was like, no, that's not funny. And I was like... Anyways, so... a couple of you were asking me about my doctor visit and stuff. I'm going to be honest with you. I have neglected my health, and neglect is a big word because I haven't been to the doctor since I moved up here. When I was in the city, I had my primary doctor, my OBGYN, dermatologist, all of that. When I came up here, and the medical insurance changed, kind of like every time I went, our deductible is so high that we probably never reach it. So I end up always having to pay, and a copay of $20-$30 is fine. But when you're paying a copay of $200 and something because you haven't reached your deductible, it makes you say, you know what, I'm not going to the doctor. I'm fine. Like, I'll pay $100 at urgent care and call it a day. But I had a scare a few months ago, and I did find a lump in my breast, and I made the appointment, and the lady was like, oh, we have January? And I was like, fine. And I was telling my husband, and he was like, January? No, nope. So he started calling all these places, and he found me an appointment for December. And this was, I want to say, the beginning of November, the end of October that I had felt it. And I don't go into too much detail with my family. I try to keep this channel about me, but my mom, she did pass away from cancer. She was 46. I'm 44. And you know, you start like, damn, you know, I got a son, I have a husband, I got a lot of things I want to do still. So I made the appointment. Well, my husband made the appointment, and they did. That's another thing, because I hadn't gone. This might be a little too much information for you guys, but I haven't gone to get my mammogram. You know, when you hit 40, you should go, because just the thought, and just people telling you, oh my God, they put your breast in the machine and they squish this shit, and you're like, no. So that is exactly what it is, because I found that to be like the worst experience ever. This big ass machine took my breast and flattened it. You would have thought he was making tortillas, but that shit was like, and then they went this way, and then they went this way. It was horrible, and it might be funny, but it was bad. And then they kept telling me, oh, we need one more picture, oh, we need a couple of more pictures, oh, we need a couple more. And I was looking at these people, because there was a lot of older women there, and they were in and out, and I was like, why am I still here? Okay, well, you have no history, you have no pictures for us to look at, so we can't compare. And it was torture. But I told my sister, because my sister, you know, I'm a twin, she doesn't go to the doctor either. And knock on wood, I haven't gotten sick to where I've had to be hospitalized or anything, thank God. So I kind of feel like, you know, physically your body is your age. The insides, the organs, all of that is old, bitch. But mentally, I feel like I'm that girl back in high school, putting on my puffer coat and my Timbs and trying to look cute with my black eyeliner and my red ass lips. Every time that I get dressed in the morning. But you have to go to the doctor. You have to get your physicals. All your lady parts have to get checked. And thankfully, they said, you know, oh, then I had to get an ultrasound, you know, because they were like, you know, that's gonna really clear up the picture. You know, if we see something, then we don't have to be like, come back. You know, we can do the both, just, you know. And I was like, okay. So everything came out fine. Thank the Lord. They said it was kind of like calcium buildup, and when you breastfeed and you stop, the milk has to go somewhere, and sometimes it just stays there, and it becomes like little rocks, like not crystals, but like little rocks. And she was telling me that some people after their COVID shot were experiencing like lumps, feeling lumps. And that was the first thing they asked me when I went to the appointment, when I went to the ultrasound, when I went for the mammogram. Have you had your shot recently? You know, if that's what the shot is making you feel like you've got, you know, lumps and shit, they should tell you that. They should tell you you're gonna experience blah blah blah. You might experience blah blah blah, but they don't. They're like blah blah. There you go. So I gotta go back in 6 months, you know, just to make sure. And with that, they did blood work and everything. I had to do blood work the day before yesterday. And then yesterday when I went for the results, she was like, you know, okay, so I was supposed to go en ayuna, you know, without eating anything. But mentally, you know, I go into the kitchen, I prepare my coffee, I drink my coffee. So I had a cup of coffee when I went. So technically you're not supposed to have anything. They're checking your levels of whatever. My sugar came out a little bit high. She said she was concerned, but because I told her I had coffee with sugar and cream and, you know, whipped cream and some chocolate syrup, she was like, you can't really, it could be that. It's not where they need to be like super concerned, but it was up there. And my cholesterol, she said, was a little high. My dad does have high cholesterol. So I said to my husband, you know what? I'm someone that I can go on a diet and cook for myself and whatnot and be fine. I could do it. Like, it gets in my head and I can do it. But when I have to cook for my husband and my son something different because they're not going on the diet, it messes me up. So I said to my husband, we're going to go on a diet because we need to change the way we eat. Because she was saying, you know, fried foods, all of that. This is a Latino household, so of course that's what there is. That's what you got, you know. Sugar, I can substitute, I don't know, Splenda, whatever. Or I can try to have my coffee and milk with no sugar. I mean, I tried it black and I could do it, but maybe with the milk I could do it. But I was like, this guy trying to pass me? I was like, you know what? I'm going to change because I've been saying it for a while and I know it. I can feel it. My lungs, she was checking, full of liquid, full of fluid. And yes, I have asthma. And yes, you know, I get allergies and it, you know. But she was like, you know, sometimes when you're overweight and you're eating fried foods and you can't breathe, yeah, you use your inhaler, but you know, there's fat that goes around your heart, which makes your heart have to pump extra hard, and you can have a heart attack. And I'm not looking for a heart attack, you know. So I said to my husband, you know, I'm gonna buy the pernil, I'm gonna cook it, I'm gonna eat the cuerito, the skin, but then that's it. So last night, you know, I had a lot in my mind. So I made my husband and my son rice and chicken and breadcrumb salad and whatnot. And I was like, I'm not eating this. So I had a bowl of cereal. And my husband was like, really? Contracula? Because you remember I was buying like 75 boxes of Contracula because it only comes out for Halloween. I still got like 12 boxes. And I was like, I'm going to have this. It's going to crave the sugar that I want because after dinner I always want something. And it's light. And that's what I ate. So mentally, I thought it was healthy. So if you believe it, so will your body. No, I'm just kidding. But I said to my husband, my nose is running. I said to my husband, I'm going to substitute dinner sometimes. Like, I'm going to have a big lunch. Because when I used to work out, I used to have breakfast, a big lunch, small dinner. And it would be salad and maybe a little bit of chicken. Or if I didn't want to make anything, I'd have a bowl of cereal. I would buy the basic 4 or like the regular Kellogg's, you know, that plain one that your parents used to buy and used to be like, oh, I want it with marshmallow. No, that basic K, special K, you know, something simple. Or I would make oatmeal with some fruit in it. But I gotta change I got too comfortable. And up here, I don't walk nowhere. I'm driving everywhere. When I was in the city, I was moving. I was running to the train. I needed to catch this train. I needed to catch that train to get to job on time. I got to get my son to school. And if I miss this one, then I'm late. I was always on the run. So even though I was eating the way I was eating, you know, you're always on the go. So I would pack my granola bars. I would stop at the train station, and you know they had like the little Mexican ladies with the Quaker oats, the oatmeal, the quacker they call it. And I would get a cup, and they would make it with like chocolate. I don't know how they would make it, but it was so good, and it was kind of watery. So they put it in a coffee cup, and on the train I would drink it, and I'd get to work, and I was fine. Up here, there was nobody making stuff like that, but I'm gonna have to do it because I ain't trying to miss the rest of my life because I wanted to eat the little skin off the chicken or the little skin off the pork, or I wanted to fry this, or, you know, mentally you got to change that. And I sound good. Now let's see if I actually do it, because you could say it, yeah, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And then the first couple of days you're like, ugh, I don't want to eat this shit. Or while I cook, sometimes I'll have a beer. Sometimes I'm munching on chips and stuff. And then I don't eat a lot of food. And I'm like, I don't really eat much. But you know what? While you were cooking, yes, you was eating. So that is the kind of stuff I need to change. I need to pick up. And I hate peanuts. But I'm going to pick up some peanuts. Like mixed peanuts and a handful of that. I like little carrots and stuff. But now in the winter, I like soft things and like hot things. So we're going to see what we do. But that's how my results ended up. So it was like a rude awakening, even though you already knew that you needed to change your shit and you didn't. So that's how it went. So for everybody who asked me, who picked up on those little comments, you know, sometimes you say stuff and you don't really want to talk about it, and people pick up on those comments. Yeah, that's how it went. So, you know, I got my next appointment in January for my the lady doctor. And that's another thing. I did IUD for 10 years because I didn't want any kids when I was in the city. I was like, no. You know, a lot of you don't know that I tried going into the police department, and I was like, I don't want no kids. I want to go into the police department. I got to get in shape. And I did it. I got in shape. And they put a freeze, and in that freeze we ended up buying a house. And when I put my name on the mortgage and my investigator saw it, she was like, goodbye, you can't live in Connecticut and be no cop in New York, try again. You know, I try to be slick and stay under the radar. No, and when there was, I was like beep, 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 beep. So I know I could do it. Once it's in my head, ain't no stopping me. So that's what we doing. So I might show you some cooking videos, and y'all gonna be like, no, you just messed it up when you added this. You just messed it up when you added that. But slow. We going slow. We ain't trying to do a crash diet. We trying to do it slowly, and you know, not like that. Oh snap! Did I pass it? Alright, let me let you go because I passed the site and now I gotta turn around, and there's really nowhere to go to turn around. So I will see you after class. So I'm out to lunch. I got Dunkin'. I got a sesame bagel toasted with butter and a matcha, which is healthier than coffee. And it's a medium size, so it's not like it's a big size. And slow. All right, so just got out of work. I'm a little frustrated. You know, I'm heading to shop right now to get my son's cake. Then we are going to Texas Roadhouse for dinner. But I have another training tomorrow all day, and then Friday I was supposed to leave early. Now I gotta close because people take their PTO last minute and don't even ask you, can you? So I'm a little frustrated, but we gonna try to work through it. So I'm gonna see what kind of cakes I got. I know my son wants a mousse cake or like an Oreos cake, something like that, something sweet. And let's see what they got. right, so I went with the chocolate chip cookie, and there was this guy. He was buying Caesar salads already prepackaged, and he had like 3 of them. So I said to him, I bet you mine tastes better than yours. He was like, but look at that. Don't mind my lunch bowls. Isn't that beautiful? It's pretty busy for a Wednesday. Let me get my mask. Get my mask going. How are they?
Good. Here, put this in slow-mo.
These are actually pretty good.
Weirdly shaped, but good.
There we go. Oh, full flop. Let's see how we do. All right, so we just got home and the food was delish. I got leftovers and everything. But we told the waiter that it was my son's birthday, and he was like, "Oh, okay." And then he didn't do the little, you know, when they sing to you, whatever. So we were like, and I said to my husband, he didn't read the text because my husband had a thing that said it's his birthday. And he looked at the phone and was like, okay. So I said to my husband, I think he thought you were saying look at the time, because it did take long for them to bring the food out. But I'm already tired. I got to get ready for work tomorrow. So I'm going to end this vlog here. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks everybody for all the birthday wishes. I posted on Instagram and Facebook and I saw all the birthday wishes. Thank you so much. And I will see you in the next one.